Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tori. Thank you so much for watching today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing all about Sun Cancer Awareness Month. I'm going to be going over chemical versus natural sunscreens, and I'm also going to share some of my favorites. Okay, so if you're new here and new to my blog, this is something that I have kind of recently switched over to, and that is clean beauty. So this goes along with it. The sunscreens I'm going to talk about today are clean, and I'm going to kind of go over like what is mineral versus chemical sunscreen and what the difference is and why you should choose natural or the mineral sunscreen versus the chemical. And I'm going to talk a lot about sunscreen, why it's important. Obviously, you probably already know that it's important, but I'm going to just go over that and share a few tips. So let's get started. So first of all, what is a clean sunscreen? So basically there are two different kinds of sunscreens. There are mineral sunscreens and chemical sunscreens. I will put the list of ingredients on the sides here so you can see what the mineral versus the chemical ones are. Basically, the mineral ones are natural. They sit on top of your skin and kind of create a barrier for the UV rays. They don't absorb into your skin, therefore they don't absorb into your bloodstream, and they're not linked to anything like the chemical ones are. The other thing about the mineral sunscreens is that they are reef safe, which means they are not linked to the destruction of the coral reefs, which the chemical sunscreens are. So just a couple of things about the chemical ones then. The ingredients will be here on either side of me, but the chemical ones absorb into your skin, they absorb into your bloodstream. They are the ones that take 20 minutes to work, so you have to wait 20 minutes before going into the sun before they're going to protect you from the UV rays. They are linked to health issues, including infertility. They also are linked to disrupting your hormones. So, to be safe, stay away from the chemical sunscreens. And a lot of sunscreens nowadays are switching to or using only the zinc oxide and the titanium dioxide, which are the two mineral sunscreen ingredients. But just make sure that you're checking your sunscreens. First, for the ingredients that are listed on the chemical ingredient list, and second of all, check your dates, because that is something that I don't think a lot of people know is sunscreen expires. So make sure you're checking the bottom, the side of all of your bottles, making sure they're not expired. Generally, if you had them for last year and used them all year, they're probably going to be expired. You just need to get a new bottle each year. Okay, so a couple of my favorite ones are by Skin Resource MD. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. So these are honestly the ones that I go to if my makeup on my face doesn't already have SPF. These are the ones that I go to and use. They both have the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide for the SPF ingredients. They're reef safe. They are very, very good, and I like them both for two different reasons. So the first one is the Essential Solar Protector. This one is SPF 47. It's super hydrating. It has a bunch of good for your skin ingredients, and none of those bad ones like I said before. I also love it because it's for all skin types. It's not going to clog your pores. Another thing that the chemical sunscreens can do or clog your pores because they absorb into your skin, to your bloodstream. So this is good for all skin types. I like this one just for a general sunscreen. It is a facial one, or intended to be, but I do use this all over too. And the next one that I really love, and for different reasons, is the Hyaluronic Facial Solar Protector SPF 44. So I love this one because it's tinted. So if I just want to wear like a BB cream or something like that, this is perfect. It's also hyaluronic, so it is super hydrating. It creates a barrier of moisture on your face, and it gives your skin just that like fresh, glowing, radiant look that I go for. Okay, so the next thing, I'll just kind of go over like general how to use sunscreen. I know you probably know how to put your sunscreen on, but these are just like the basics. I just wanted to go over this in this video for the purpose of this video, especially since we're just talking about sunscreen. And that it is Sun Cancer Awareness Month. So just a good rule of thumb is to put your sunscreen on like 10 to 20 minutes before you head outside or spend time in the sun, and you want to put it head to toe. Now, if you have babies, like a lot of you probably do, and like we do, if they're under 6 months, it's not recommended to use any sunscreen on them. You just have to keep them out of the sun. So that makes it pretty easy, but also makes your job a little bit harder. You have to make sure they're covered at all times and not in the sun at all. If your babies are 6 months and older. There are kid-specific ones. I can link my favorite ones below that we use for the girls. I like specifically the ones that come in stick form because you can just swipe it all over. It's super easy, especially on the face. But you want to make sure you're using a good natural mineral-based or mineral ingredient sunscreen. And like I said, I will link mine below that I like using on the girls. So the absolute minimum you should be using is 15, but I don't recommend going under 30. I just always use SPF 30 or above. Like I just mentioned, the two that I just shared are actually like 44 and 47. So at least 15, that's like the very minimum. Anything over 50 is like unnecessary. So put it on at least 15 minutes before you go outside, and then while you're outside you need to reapply. This is very important, every couple hours, like hour and a half if you're in the sun when it's the hottest. My next tip though is to stay out of the sun if possible. I know if you're going to the beach for a beach day, you're going to be there probably between the hours of between 10 and 2, but that is when the sun is the hottest and the rays are the strongest, so it's not recommended to be in the sun at that time. If you are, just make sure you're taking shade breaks and make sure you're reapplying your sunscreen, especially during that time of day. So a couple other tips that I have are when you have kids in the sun, they make such cute long sleeve swimsuits. Like you don't have to get just like a 2-piece swimsuit for your kid, like cover them up. All of the swimsuits that we have too are SPF 50. They like say it on the little tag. So make sure you're getting long sleeve ones. Cover up as much of their skin as you can with their swimsuit so that you don't have to apply as much sunscreen. Another thing to look for when you're shopping for your sunscreen is to make sure it's broad spectrum. And then again, anything over SPF 50 is really unnecessary. It doesn't work any better than 50. Another tip I have is find one that you really like. Like I mentioned, I really like the stick forms for the kids, but find yours and the one you like for your kids the most and buy a couple of them and put one in the diaper bag, one in the car, one in like the back door, like by the back door so that you can grab it on the way out. Put it where you're going to see it and remember to use it, because I think the hardest part is just remembering to use it. Even if you're going outside to play for 10 minutes or you're going for a walk and going to be in the shade most of the time, just put it on. Better safe than sorry. I've been a sunscreen advocate since before Emery could walk or talk, so she just knows that's part of our routine. If we go outside, we need sunscreen. So that really helped her know that that's just something we do. So even if I forget, she reminds me. So she knows like we're going outside, we're going to be in the sun, she needs sunscreen. So she reminds me, and I think that's just because I was consistent with her. So be consistent and your kids will just follow your lead. Okay, I think that is it. Just if you take away anything from this video, use your sunscreen all the time. Wear it every single day. Spending time in the sun increases your risk of getting sun cancer, skin cancer, and premature aging, and no one wants that. If you can prevent it at all costs, this is my opinion, wear your sunscreen. Like, if that's something that I can do, it's so easy to do, that's going to prevent wrinkles and aging and sunspots and sun cancer, it's something that I'm going to do, and I hope that you guys do too. It's so important. I can't stress that enough. Sunscreen is so important. If you have any questions on SPF or how to wear it or what my favorite ones are, if I forgot to mention or link something below, let me know. If you have any questions on either one of these, let me know. They are each $28, and I have a coupon code for you guys. As always with Skin Resource, it's Tori25 for 25% off. So that brings them to about $20, and they also have free shipping on orders over $35. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a good day. Bye.